Parker's Problem, a book of sorts by Erick Kendall. Illustrations by Erick Kendall. Produced by Erick Kendall. Music was not by Erick Kendall. First published 1/31/2016. Parker's Problem. Just up the riverbank on the other side of the world, under a light blue sky and sheltered by tall leafy trees, there was a hole surrounded by yellow and violet flowers. On any other occasion it would simply be a hole, but on this occasion it was something very special. It was the beginning of our story. Click. Deep in his hole, in front of his rocking chair and straw bed, Parker was pacing back and forth. You see, Parker was a platypus. Parker had experienced so many times while swimming out in the river the comments of other animals. They would say things like, "Look, a platypus, they're so weird," or "It's like his mom was a duck and his dad was a beaver." The comments were nothing new. Parker heard them his whole life, but they were always hurtful. He knew he was different. He felt weird and alone, and he decided to leave his home and find a new place where he wasn't different anymore. Click on the pointer to help Parker start his journey. As Parker wandered, thinking deep thoughts about his problem, he happened into a thick green jungle, but even the dense foliage could not keep him from noticing the fluffy golden vine blowing in the wind just above an arm's reach above his head. Amazingly, the golden vine was not a vine at all. As a matter of fact, the vine was on a vine, and it was a tail, and the tail was attached to Parker just gazed at the golden bundle of fur, with his eyes agape, unable to even speak. "Hey there," said the golden furball. "I'm Tip. I'm a golden lion tamarin, and I love fruit. Do you want to be my friend?" At least Parker knew what he was looking at now. Sure, I'd love to be friends, but I am quite different, and I don't fit in well. I'm a platypus," he said, his voice filled with uncertainty. "Of course you're different," quipped Tip. "Everyone is. If we weren't, we'd all be the same. Anyways, I have to get going. See you around." Parker was astonished at Tip's response. It was definitely something to think about. With Tip's words fresh in his mind, Parker meandered on until he came to a grassy knoll. Rich brown dirt covered the side of the knoll and seemed to gather at a single clumpy mound. Imagine Parker's surprise when he noticed that the dirt was moving. Help Parker investigate by clicking the pointer. What the heck is that? Parker leapt backwards as the dirt crumbled away to reveal a tiny monster of an animal. "Hey, I have feelings, you know," chirped the little creature. "I'm sorry," exclaimed Parker. "It's just that you startled me with your big claws and odd nose." In his excitement, he forgot his manners. "Odd? Not at all," huffed the tiny subterranean. "I'm a star-nosed mole. My claws and nose are very special indeed. My claws make me a great digger, and my snout is so powerful that I can sense the energy from worms moving miles away. Very special indeed, just like your bills and webbed claws, I'm sure. Now, if you don't mind, I must be on my way to find some tasty grubs. Good day, sir." The mole sunk back into his hole. Now, as we continue to click on through the book, we learn more and more about Parker as he continues to grow in his journey, meeting new and exciting animals in an interactive way that will allow children to be involved in the story. As you can see, he meets interesting animals. He learns all about them and learns about himself, continuing on until he decides to head back home to his little hole. And that's where the story ends.